Welcome to another episode of Let's Play. That's right, I'm the moe-hawk, and I'm going to be playing Hearthstone today. And in the previous episode, well, there's a lot of changes. Like, for example, Journey to Aggro came out, so I had to reconstruct a lot of the decks that I had. And what I've done recently was I remade my Brutal Warrior deck. If you check some of my earlier videos, especially my first video, the Brutal Warrior deck was a high-octane warrior deck where the objective is to get as much armor as I could possibly get, and then with a huge weapon and big creatures, collectively just smash my opponent to bit, hence the name Brutal Warrior. So if we look at my collection right now, there were a few decks that I've constructed since my last YouTube video. And what happened was, in my last YouTube video, if I remembered correctly, what I did was I tried to make a hunter deck with starting from a basic deck and then adding on to it. So what I've decided to do this time around was I totally revamped the Hunter deck. But today we're not going to be playing the Hunter deck. Like what I said, we're going to be trying out the Brutal remake. Probably in the episode after this, I'll try the newly revamped Aggro Bro deck, or Aggro Hunter deck, whatever you want to call it, but I like to call it Aggro Bro. So right now, my Brutal remake deck, so we still have the general concept of what I was going for. We're trying to get as much armor as I can. So I relied heavily on a combo of Armor Smith. So as you can tell here, whenever a friendly minion takes damage, gain 1 armor. This is just for those who don't know the card. If you do, I'm sorry. This may seem like something repetitive. So basically, with her ability, I try to put as many taunt minions as I can in this deck. So every time they get damage, especially Sun Fury Protector, where you can give adjacent minions taunt. And what happens is that as time progresses, these taunt minions will be damaged, and as they get damaged, I would increase in armor as well. And I also have the latest Journey to Aggro Ironhide card. This is amazing, considering that a lot of the Aggro quests and creatures are just out of this world powerful. So having a card like Ironhide is fantastic. I only had one, so I'm going to put in one. It's if you're wondering, like, why don't you just put 2? Well, I don't have one. I just got it, and I thought it was an amazing card. I also rely on Ali Armorsmith. It's taunt. Whenever this minion deals damage, you gain that much armor. Before, in the previous deck, what I like to do was I like to buff him up to maybe about a 5/10 creature with this card. I can't remember what it's called. Somewhere here. If we look in my collection, oh, there we go. There we go. Stolen Goods. Yeah, so I would pump them up. But in this deck, I decided to forego that with different weapons, as well as my previous deck also had Fool's Bane. And this one, I'm comboing it with another card, which is the Violet Illusionist. So what happens is that I'll try to get my weapon as large as possible with another card from the previous Gadget Zan expansion. Where is he? Where is he? No, it's not Ironhide. I know he's a 2+ creature. I hope I didn't take him out. Oh, here we go. Yeah, Hobart Grapple Hammer. So he's a legend, and what he does is that he just buffs up all my weapons. And with the Fool's Bane, it becomes a 4/4 weapon. So this can practically take out most minions within the mid game. So this is definitely a mid game strategy. And with the immunity given to me by the Violent Illusionist, well, it's pretty good, I could say. It's a pretty good combination. So we're gonna try this out. I've had some successes in casual, as well as I played it in ranked as well. So we're gonna try it out today and see how well it does in rank. Now, every single time I play rank, it seems like there's a different result. I mean, sometimes I have my good days, sometimes I have my bad days. So if you're playing Hearthstone and you're just like me, and some days you're losing, some days you're winning, well, it's either you can tweak your deck to make sure that you win more than you lose, or you just accept the fact that maybe sometimes you have a good hand, sometimes you don't have a good hand. I mean, I once read an article online that said that most pro players, they tend to win about 70% of the time. So which means 30% of the time they're playing Hearthstone, they're losing. But 70% of the time, they're winning. And I guess, I don't know if that's a statistic for the apex of what you can achieve with Hearthstone, but yeah, I'm assuming maybe that's the pro level. If you're losing 30% of the time, you're definitely pro level. All right, so I'm going up against a mage right now.
For it.
Victory!
Now I got the Violet Illusionist. Okay, I don't want these cards in the first turn. Again, what I try to do is I try to see if I can find cards or combinations or combos that I can do within the... there you go. Okay, this one's a lot better. So I can definitely cast this within the first 3 turns. So I got Armor Smith, Public Defender. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with a Public Defender. So most creatures that comes out in the beginning are not really that powerful. Okay, I'm going first, so I'm going to have to not do anything on the first turn. But yeah, so most creatures around this phase, they tend to be very weak. Maybe at most 3/2 creatures. So what happens is the Public Defender can definitely hold off most of those type of creatures. All right. Okay. Let's also say
Greetings.
Greetings. All right. So now we're waiting for our opponent. Salt casts the coin.
I am master of magics.
And a Delirian Mage. All right. So this is what I mean. So at this point, I have the Armor Smith. Every single time the Public Defender gets injured, I get an armor. So what I try to do is, just like the previous Brutal Warrior deck, I try to get it up to sometimes even 20 to 30 armor. And by that point, I'm able to deal with most creatures or big creatures in the late game. But I did face some problems with the Journey to Ungoro. I mean, recently what happened was every single time I went on rank, when I did get to the level of 20 to 30, what tends to happen is, well, I'm sorry, I'm getting a little distracted here. Okay, my Armor Smith just got killed. But what I was trying to say is, like, Journey to Ungoro, they have some really amazingly powerful cards where the creatures that come out are just insanely like 5/5s. You know, there's a quest where you complete it, you get all your creatures get 5/5. Even though it's just insanely good. Insanely good. All right, I'm gonna have to remove it from play. There you go. Why, thank you, my Korkron Elite. Is it Korkron? Korkron. That's right. Elite Armor Smith. I'm gonna try to cast that next turn. Okay, I'm definitely gonna try to get rid of this Mono Worm. I mean, I feel like wow, okay, it's really killing me off. Let's see. What can I do? What can I do? I think I'll go with Elite Armor Smith. I guess I'm gonna have to kill that Mono Worm later on. So right now we're going into the 5th turn. Now this is where things get a little bit interesting because a lot of my armor cards are coming out. Like for example, like the Shield Block as well as the Iron Forge Portal. So cards like these I'll be able to start casting, and I would really start to see my number go up in terms of the armor level. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna cast another one of this guy.
Sharp gadgets and steel.
Myself I don't have anything to kill the Mono Worm. You know what? I'll just
take this.
There you go. I'll just assume that maybe the Mono Worm will eventually attack one of my minions, and hopefully it's one of the, oh, it's definitely not going to be one of the
I'll be just like
Armor
you.
Smith. All right. Well, this game is... Oh, okay. All right, 7 damage right there. Okay. There you go. See, so 2 armor up for me. Another 2. All right. Okay, now I really want to try to... Okay, I'll just kill the Mono Worm just to get extra armor. I will buff myself up. And I will do Cleave. There you go. All of any creatures. Buff up again. There you go. So now I'm at 13 armor and 29 health. I mean, I took 1 damage, but that's acceptable if you think about how much armor I have at the moment. Okay, so it pulls out a War Golem. Decisions. All right, so here's what I want to do. I want to.
This only works on the simple-minded.
I'm gonna take this, armor myself up because I can, and just hit it. I mean, I won't kill it this turn, but at least he'll be down to 4 life. One at a time. I'll have an easier time killing him next turn. Now, I don't think I've put any of the destruction cards from the warrior class in this deck. Stuff like where you destroy damaged minions. And I guess you can see what the thought process that came into building this deck was. It was more of trying to armor up, and at that final moment in the game, in the late game, I come in really strong with a huge weapon, dealing a whole lot of damage. And he's going to... Okay, so what I'm going to do is I do have enough to cash the Iron Portal. I'm in the wrong class. Okay. Not like it matters though. I mean, most creatures that get summoned that way are, for the most part, yeah. I mean, their abilities don't do anything much. So I'm gonna whack it.
Look behind you.
Oh, okay, I don't want to spush. There you go. So at this point, like I'm literally at 52. Like, I mean, if you add the armor to the life, I'm at about 52. I hope my math is correct. Yeah, I'm at 52. So which means he's now at 18. I'm at a huge advantage right now, and I have a taunt minion, and that's gonna buy me some time. Well played.
Well played.
Well played. Okay.
Well played.
A little bit of a
My thanks.
sportsmanship here. I really like how Hearthstone allows you to communicate with your opponent, but not through messages. So you don't get a lot of trolling. I mean, you don't get a lot of the nasty stuff sometimes associated with multiplayer games. So your interactions are just limited to thanks, wow, thank you. Although in my previous video, I did say that I wish I had a FU button, because sometimes it does glitch for me. Oh, actually, no, that was the only time Hearthstone has ever glitched, but I kind of assumed that the new patch came out, and maybe there was something wrong with my update or something like that. You never know. I mean, technical stuff happens. But it was really weird when it happened. I completely did not expect it at all. So I just cast it. Okay. He's gone. Yeah, but that was the Hobart Grapple Hammer. Nicely upgrading my weapons. Alright, so I got another taunt minion. So this one's a Direhorn Hatchling. Should I attack a minion? I could probably only kill this guy. Oh, why not? Okay, so my opponent now gets 10 turns. So far the progress is pretty good. Very well played, Salt. Very well played. That's about plus. Oh, that's okay. That's +3 over there. That's insane amount of damage added to. Okay, another taunt minion. Another taunt minion. Let's get another taunt minion. Do I? No, I don't want 3. Okay, I don't want the cornered sentry. I'm deciding between the Tauren Warrior and the Pompous Thespian. Okay, alright, you know what? I'll go for the Tauren Warrior. Down.
My ancestors.
One thing I like about this guy, Yeah, plus 3 attack. That's insane. But the thing is, he only has 3 life. Only drawback. It's probably one of the reasons why he's not in my deck. Another reason is I don't have him. But I will soon. I will soon.
You know they can.
All right. Okay. So right now my opponent's at 10 life, and we're almost done. Okay, so I got an armor smith.
Armor made to fit.
Okay.
Job's done.
You gotta be kidding me!
Got +1 armor. All right. So let's get a shield block. Okay, I don't have a weapon here.
This only works on the simple-minded.
Okay, 6 damage. All right, so I do have a Arcane Reaper. You know what? Well played. Well played.
Job's done.
Yeah, you know what? I'll let him kill me.
I'm ready. I'm not ready.
Or I'll just concede.
I choose.
Well, that was a pretty good game. I mean, I had a... That literally used a lot of my brain power. So anyways, so that was Let's Play. I'm the moe-hawk. Catch you next time on the next episode.